Finally, here are the explanations for things you never stop to think about twice. Here are the 35 facts most people actually do not know. Number 1. Did you know each insect is a host to 10 bacterial species? There are around 2 billion species on Earth, with 6.8 million likely to be species of insects. In each of these insects, up to 10 types of bacteria lives inside of them. Number 2. Did you know you can survive in space without a suit? Well, for only about 15 seconds. It takes that long for humans to lose consciousness in space due to lack of oxygen to the brain. In 1965, a technician was inside a vacuum chamber and accidentally depressurized his suit. After 12 to 15 seconds he lost consciousness, but his suit was repressurized at 27 seconds. According to Scientific American, the man recalled the moisture on his tongue beginning to boil as well as a loss of taste sensation that lingered for 4 days following the accident. Number 3. Did you know some hand gestures are offensive in other countries? The devil horns hand sign seen thrown up at rock concerts can be offensive in other countries. In European and South American countries, this hand sign is a sign that a man-wife has been unfaithful. The meaning dates back to the etymological meaning of cuckold, which is horned in Italian, Spanish, and Greek. Number 4. Did you know 40% of human jobs could be replaced by AI in the future? In about 20 years, the future could look eerily similar to WALL-E. Artificial intelligence expert Kai-Fu Lee said that 40% of human jobs could be replaced by equally capable robots. And, drivers might be affected the most. Number 5. Did you know your body loses up to 8% of water in a flight? Water is our body's mechanical oil. Without it, it can function. You lose about 8% of your body water while on a flight. This is because the humidity in the climate-controlled environment can be as low as 10 to 15%. Number 6. Did you know stunt women get more beat up than stuntmen? Clothing like skirts, tank tops, and high heels make their job that much harder for women than for men. A man's suit can be easily padded, while bare legs cannot. One stunt woman even admitted to using gel pedals under her skinny jeans for knee pads. Number 7. Did you know your skin sheds? The current skin you are in will be gone in a month. Our skin sheds 30,000 to 40,000 skin cells each day. In fact, over 100 of those cells probably flaked off while reading this sentence. However, it rejuvenates just as quickly as it deteriorates. Regular exfoliation twice a week helps rid of lingering skin cells to make room for a fresh layer. Number 8. Did you know trees can communicate? Trees talk. Their roots are connected through an underground network of fungi, nicknamed the Wood Wide Web, that allows them to share resources with each other. They talk by transmitting nutrients to one another through the fungi. For instance, a mother tree, or oldest and strongest tree in the forest, will share some of her sugars with smaller, nearby trees. Number 9. Did you know you can use willow bark for pain relief instead of aspirin? The secret to pain relief may be in your backyard. For centuries, willow bark has been used as an alternative to aspirin. The active ingredient in the bark, salicyl, turns to salicylic acid and is more gentle on the stomach than over-the-counter aspirin. Number 10. Did you know people used to rarely smile in photos? Why do people smile when they have their photo taken? Smiling in photos is said to have originated from a Kodak advertising scheme that focused on capturing moments of happiness with the product. Since then, it has been the norm to grin into the camera. A study comparing yearbook photos from 1905 to 2005 showed an increase of lip curvature over time. Number 11. Did you know the longest human neck is over 7 inches? The longest human neck extends to 7.7 inches, belonging to women in the Padang tribe in the highlands of northwestern Thailand. This is about twice the length of an average human neck. As a cultural practice, The tribe fashions heavy brass rings on a female's neck from the ages of 5 to 9 and add more as she ages. Number 12. Did you know tunas tear it up? Before it became sushi, that tuna could sail off the plate in lightning speed. The fastest speed a tuna can swim has been recorded at over 45 km per hour or about 28 mph. Number 13. Did you know the lighter professional competitive eaters are, the better? You would think that the bigger the stomach, the more hot dogs would be able to fit, right? Not quite. Popular Science expanded on the theory that lighter contestants can outcompete their heavier eaters. The reasoning behind this is that a skinny person has room for their stomach to expand without being blocked by a ring of fat. Number 14. Did you know the longest breath held underwater is 24 minutes and 3 seconds? That is the typical amount of time it takes to watch one episode of The Office. But in 2016, professional freediver Alexei Gurevendral broke this world record in a breathtaking attempt. Number 15. Did you know goats have emotional intelligence? Research shows that goats are socially aware of the environment they are in. They can differentiate between other goats' happiness or displeasure by listening to their voices, according to National Geographic. Number 16. Did you know lions are identifiable through their whisker patterns? Like humans' fingerprints, each lion has a whisker pattern unique to their nose, according to the New York Times. Back in the late 60s, researchers conducted a whisker hole identification method that involved overlapping photographs of lions' noses with a standard grid. Number 17. Did you know you can tell if an egg is old based on if it floats in water? It sounds phony, but it is time-tested. If an egg floats when you set it in water, then it is old. If it sinks, it's a fresher egg and you eat good to go. Number 18. Did you know blinking could serve as mental rest, not eye lubrication? The intuitive reason why humans blink so much, 15 to 20 times per minute, is for eye lubrication. But, new research suggests that it is to give our brains a break. Although these breaks only last for a few seconds, they could be giving the brain a chance to go idle and recharge. Number 19. Did you know viruses are not alive? Viruses are not living things, they are inanimate and do not have cells. Which means that they cannot turn food into energy, and without a host, they are just inert packets of chemicals, according to Discover magazine. Number 20. Did you know why we yawn? The most popular, but likely wrong theory, is that yawning increases levels of oxygen to the brain. A more plausible theory, yawning cools the brain down. A study conducted on mice found that as mice sucked in air, their jaws stretched, this increases blood flow to the brain. This combination of cooler air intake when yawning mixed with the blood flowing to the brain is thought to eventually cool the brain down. Number 21. Did you know the fastest reptile is a sea turtle? Nemo had a wild ride when he went for a cruise on Crush's back. Sea turtles can swim as fast as 35 mph. Number 22. Did you know why our skin gets wrinkly in the water? After about 5 minutes in the bathtub, you begin to notice that tiny wrinkles are forming on your hands and feet. Why is that? Researchers speculate that it is the body's biological way of getting a grip when in a slippery condition. And, they found that the specific ways that human skin wrinkles are similar to river drainage systems. Number 23. Did you know that finger length can predict attractiveness? Your palm reader might not be too far off when they say that finger length and ratios suggests facial attractiveness in men. If a man's ring finger is longer than his index finger, then they are more likely to have a more attractive face, per The Atlantic. Number 24. Did you know Stonehenge used to be in a circular formation? It was not until 2014 that a drought exposed an apparent circular outline of Stonehenge. Though now a semicircle in shape, marks that may have signaled where stones might even have given some credence to the idea that Stonehenge was originally a fully formed circle in shape. A pair of mountain goats stand proudly, high in the Rocky Mountains. Number 25. Did you know mountain goats are not in the goat family? You go tell believe it, mountain goats are not goats, but are goat antelopes, according to National Geographic. These curious creatures can also jump about 12 feet in one jump. Number 26. Did you know in India, most marriages are arranged? A survey by the Center for the Study of Developing Societies in Delhi and German foundation Konrad Adenauer Stiftung found that a high number, 84%, of Indian youth were in arranged marriages. Number 27. Did you know the average American uses 3 rolls of toilet paper each week? And, this excessive toilet paper use is affecting our forests. A report by the National Resources Defense Council described the tree-to-toilet pipeline, concluding that the consequences for indigenous peoples, treasured wildlife, and the global climate are devastating. Number 28. Did you know carbs make you sleepy? Ever wonder why everyone in your family passes out after a huge meal? Most comfort foods include carbohydrates, and carbs contain an amino acid called tryptophan that can cause sleepiness. Number 29. Did you know 1 in 4 Americans believe the sun revolves around the earth? A total of 2,200 Americans were surveyed by the National Science Foundation in 2012. The numbers were startling. 1 in 4 incorrectly answered that the sun revolves around the earth. Number 30. Did you know the most used computer password is 123,456? Toddlers must be creating them because password comes in at a rather high rate too, according to CNN. This data comes from a list from the UK's National Cyber Security Centre that analysed passwords worldwide. Number 31. Did you know 2 million kids are vegetarian? A host of reasons contribute to whether a child is vegetarian, and it mostly comes down to what their parents are willing to cook. According to the New York Times, nearly 2 million children ages 8 to 18 are vegetarian. Number 32. Did you know matcha contains 8 times more caffeine than green tea? If you need an extra boost in the morning, we suggest reaching for green tea's mighty cousin, matcha. 1 cup of matcha, a type of green tea, packs in 280 milligrams of caffeine, while traditional green tea contains a meek 35 milligrams. Number 33. Did you know an Alaskan town goes dark for over 60 days? The residents of Barrow, Alaska must be the most avid consumers of vitamin D supplements, because their town sees darkness for about 65 days of the year. The 65 days of darkness, known as polar night, is due to their geographical location above the Arctic Circle. Number 34. Did you know the world's longest pizza is a mile long? At 1.15 miles exactly, this whopping pizza was made in, you guessed it, Italy. But how? By the sweat of 250 chefs and about 4,409 pounds of flour.